You know it exists, you know it's there, but you don't have to turn it on. Hey guys, it's Matt. This is episode 15 of Mind Strength. I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around and waiting. Kind of had some technical difficulties, had some things going on, cut my finger, went to the hospital, all that kind of stuff. So I had a lot of stuff going on. I didn't get to make episode 15 when I wanted, so I just wanted to say thank you for sticking around and waiting for this episode to come out. Now, today's topic, I wanted to speak on something that I recently discussed with somebody else, and it really resonated with me. It was kind of a way to deal with when you come across something that is in your head that's cluttering and filling your mind with depression, sadness, aggravation, something that can get in the way and inhibit your work, inhibit your life, inhibit your progress through life. And they said something to me that really resonated with me. It was to look at that subject, that thing that you are having echo around in your head, the depressive, upsetting factor, and look at it as a radio in your room. By this, I mean look at it as you are in your room in your head. Imagine a room. You're sitting in whatever your comfort space is. In the center of that room, there is a table. On that table, there is a radio. Mine, in my mind, I picture like an old-timey wood panel radio with the dials and the little, the dial indicator. But imagine your radio is on your table in your room. You know the radio is there. In this case, the radio is your instance of aggravation, depression, whatever it may be. But you see that radio, you know it exists, you know it's there, but you don't have to turn it on. You do not have to acknowledge that depression radio station. You don't have to acknowledge the volume of it. You just look and say, yes, I know there is a radio on my table, and I know that it is there. It is part of life to deal with those aggravations. It's part of life to have those types of things exist in your life. That's what life is. It is a balance between the good and the bad. However, we don't have to let the bad cloud out how we think and let it echo through our minds, as long as we don't turn the volume up on that radio. I'm just acknowledging that the radio is there, but the volume can be turned down. And it does not need to cloud your thought. Also on this subject, I would suggest envisioning things and doing the visuals in your mind of that. Any sort of issues you have, sort of imagining things as a more relatable subject helps, at least in my case, deal with a lot of these issues by giving it some sort of relatable figure. The radio being a relatable thing most of us can relate to. If you have to put things into like your spirit animal, as people say, or stuff like that, visualizing these things in your head helps you get a concept and a grasp on the subject matter versus it being, say it's finances or something of that nature. They can get a little complicated. Your mind gets lost in the numbers. If you're able to focus in on it and make it something relatable to you in your mind, personify it in your brain, then possibly it could help even out your navigation and organization of that to get it less of an aggravation in your life. With that, thank you for watching this. It's going to be a short episode today. I got to get everything back in order, and I'll be rolling it back out next week. I just want to thank everyone for tuning back in, and stay strong.